Hey guys, Silencia here. Welcome back another episode of BeyCAST. So today we had Japan's GP tournament. So hopefully you guys caught the live stream because I didn't catch the full thing. I was at work while it happened. But they did release a new Bey product information, and that is the translucent looking Cobalt Drake. That's pretty interesting because considering that they removed Cobalt Drake away from the Rare Bey Get Battle Challenge and it no longer is in its Metal Coat Blue format, so we are getting this translucent or transparent or white version of Cobalt Drake, but they never told us how we are actually gonna be able to attain it. They did leave us one bit of information though, which is the Koro Koro comic magazine that a lot of us are very familiar with, or all the toys and product informations for upcoming goods usually get leaked through Twitter, Facebook, wherever their social media can be found. So yeah, so the issue that we'll be talking about, the Cobalt Drake white variant or translucent variant, however you want to call it, will be in the November issue. So it's actually coming out very soon. So the upcoming information leaks for all the products will be talking about this brand new Cobalt Drake and how we can try to attain it. I don't think it'll be a Rare Bey Get Battle prize. It probably might be some kind of like festival event or maybe a B4 store exclusive. Hopefully it'll always be welcome as a B4 store exclusive. So for those of us who never got Cobalt Drake in its original color, we can have Cobalt Drake in another color and yet playable. But of course, for those who are weight hunters, then that's gonna be another problem because maybe the metal coat version might be heavier than the regular color variant, so who knows. Anyways, we want to also congratulate the top 3 players of Japan's GP. So the first place winner is Tatsuki. Alright, he won tremendously. I managed to catch that final battle and oh my god, that battle is insanely skilled. Dodging Beyblades here and there, that kind of stuff, and having the attacks patterns down to memory, that kind of stuff. So that's fantastic as what a final tournament battle should be. And of course, second place goes to Hime. Yes, it's not a lady, it's actually a guy. So a guy has the name Hime, princess, if you didn't know what the kanji means. And of course, surprisingly, third place. So the junior category player won third place. So, and the funny thing is, right, the third place winner, his name is Bardo. So for those of us who has watched the BeyBlade X anime, we know how we feel about Bird in the BeyBlade X anime. And of course, with season 1 ending, Bird got kind of a redemption arc, and having a player in Japan actually called Bardo win third place is congrats to all these 3 players. And of course, the player who won 4th place unfortunately had to leave the tournament in a bitter defeat because, well, 4th place you don't get the trophy, you don't get the Covenant shiny Dren sword. So I feel for him, he left crying after being defeated by Bardo. So it's really heartbreaking when a player puts in so much effort and they only get 4th place. I mean, I have gone through that myself with G3 and all that kind of stuff, so it hurts when you're 4th place. Anyways, but kudos to all the players who have put up a valiant effort during Japan's GP. You guys, fantastic. Right? Otsukaresama deshita. Anyway, so let's talk about the main Beyblade for the latest episode on BeyTube, which is the Crimson Garuda. So Crimson Garuda 47TP. So let's talk about the bit. The bit is the one that really shines in this booster. Yeah, it's a booster, so it doesn't come with a starter for those of you who are interested to start Beyblade from this point, So Crimson Garuda is one of the 3 products that is coming out very soon. Basically, Crimson Garuda will come out first on the 2nd of November. Then the other two products are coming out on the 3rd of November. Interestingly enough, one day earlier. Yeah. Okay, so Crimson Garuda's TP. So what TP stands for is interesting. So it's called Trans Point. So just like its name, it does have a bit of a point. Like how we had the point bit, and we also had like a gear point. There's also unite with the needle nub, and same thing. All these bits that has that pointed portion at the bottom has the word point in it, or some form of point. So trans point, it behaves kind of like a point, but the thing is, the part that sticks out, is actually a lot wider than any of the point bits out there right now in BeyBlade X, and I assume it's more of an orb rather than a point. So with the gameplay style that they showed us, you notice that when they launched the BeyBlade flat and making use of the sharp pointed portion of the bit, it behaves like an orb, like I suspected. So it zooms around the center part of the stadium, alright, and it doesn't really have enough energy to kind of like run over the line that separates the two stadium heights. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And then when you kind of angle launch the TP bit, it does behave like a regular flat bit, like how point is really, because when you angle launch, the thing is going to be aggressive. Then when it finally stabilizes itself, it's just going to be very stoic in the center of the stadium, playing defensive, that kind of thing. So what makes TP very, very unique? Well, it's definitely not the point factor. It's actually this T portion, which is the transformation mode bit. Oh my goodness. So finally BeyBlade X have its first bit that has actual mode change. So in our tournaments in Singapore, recently they kind of like came out with this terminology of mode change for Ratchet, which is, to be honest, it doesn't make sense, because just because you change the position of the Ratchet under the blade, it is not a mode change. It's just putting it in a way that it behaves differently because of its stabilization factor. So Ratchet changing in terms of placement is not real mode change. This bit is what a real mode change is. So TP has two modes, the high mode and the low mode. So basically, the 2 points that sticks out at the I would say the top part of the bit, where it actually lines up with the Ratchet, it changes its height due to that factor, because the plastic pieces on the bit will actually make use of how the Ratchet is leveled to go into a high mode and low mode. So very, very cool idea. Something I think the BeyBlade Burst era had, where they had different drive modes for the bit portion. I don't know, I've never played Burst. So anyways, so the idea came from that, but very interesting how they actually engineered this bit, because it's just one plastic piece and they gave it high mode and low mode. Very, very cool idea. So when I saw that, immediately I was like, since the BeyBlade came with a 470 Ratchet, it's naturally quite tall. So, but the thing is, if it goes into high mode, it becomes kind of like a 480 height BeyBlade. So it goes into like a high stance defense BeyBlade, and then of course when it goes into the low mode, it goes a bit offensive, because we'll talk about it later. So very, very cool idea for this trans mode BeyBlade bit. So let's talk about what happened when I was thinking about this video and giving ideas and theories to this TP bit. So since it can change mode, what happens if a BeyBlade collides with the bit and then it changes its mode by the collision? So maybe you are in low mode, and because of the impact, it goes into high mode. Can that actually happen? Apparently, as I was thinking of this idea and the video played, they showed us that it is possible to change from high mode to low mode while being in the stadium itself. So I mean, what I thought was basically the reverse order. So from low mode going to high mode, because you will actually kind of need some force to have the bit right, the wall of the ratchet, then go into high mode. So, but from high mode going to low mode, that's a lot easier because you're going downwards the slope of the ratchet. So yeah, so how they showed off this mechanism was basically the Beyblade was already in high mode. It rode the extreme line, and because of the force of the Beyblade, it actually changed into low mode, and then it became a stoic defense play. So very, very cool. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts about TP in the comment section down below. Alright, and of course, if you love conversations like this, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and of course ring the bell notification account and keep up to date with all things Beyblade on my channel. And let's discuss about the future of Beyblade. Anyways, yeah, it's TP is really fascinating, but will it be a viable competitive blade? I don't know. I mean, point did become a meta bit for some point of time. Pun totally intended. But this one, because of the mode change gimmick, I don't know if it will be. From the looks of it, it seems to be quite burst resistant though. They played with Shark Edge, and they played with Night Lens, and it didn't seem to burst. Maybe just because they recorded a few rounds and then they showcased the ones that didn't burst. So who knows? Anyways, until the point where the Beyblade releases here in my site, or maybe I import them from Japan, or we get lucky and we get an early release at G1 this week. Yes, by the time you're watching this video, I'm already in the week where G1 happens in Singapore, so if we get lucky, we get early release of the Beyblade products that are coming out in Japan this weekend itself. It will be very interesting to test play all these new gimmicks, from TP to Samurai Saber to all the new stuff in the customized set unique. Looking really forward to it, and it's gonna be a really insane week. Oh my goodness, I'm lacking sleep with work and all this video content. But anyways, by the time you're watching this video, yes, my Silver Wolf test play video has kind of been pushed back again thanks to this Beyblade release info. Alright, so anyway, let's move on to the topic. Now let's talk about Crimson Garuda's blade itself. So Crimson Garuda, when they released the information regarding how the blade design is, I was like, wait, it has two different portions of layers of the blade. Basically like an upper attack or a parry portion, and then of course the lower portion that is kind of reminiscent of like a viper tail, where they actually kind of like said that it gives a bit more of a critical attack rather than a critical counter, rather than, you know, a downward smash. So that's very interesting because of its height. Because of its height and the upper mode for TP, it does kind of behave like a downward smash like Tyranno Beat does, but of course it doesn't have that many jagged points like Tyranno Beat does. And we do get to see how it smashes the Shark Edge in the video, so that's pretty nice. And interestingly enough, when I was looking at the design, I was like, it kind of reminds me of Unicorn Sting. It's just that Unicorn Sting's blades are, one side is the parry and the other side is the attack. So they've kind of used Unicorn Sting concept and made it both on one side, on each side of Crimson Garuda. So it's very interesting. So now the thing is, if you want to specifically make use of Crimson Garuda's specific blade playstyle, all you have to do is fix a permanent height on Crimson Garuda. So let's say, for example, if you want the downward smash, you just have to put it on a higher ratchet and maybe a taller bit, and then it will just keep smashing people down. Then if you want to parry with Crimson Garuda, just make it lower and have it like a ball bit and play stamina. So the ball's in your court now. I've given you the ideas. Go test it out when Crimson Garuda comes out. So yeah, it's fascinating. The blade itself has two playstyles because of its height difference, and then of course the bit itself is the one that makes this whole gimmick work for Crimson Garuda. Just that, you know, it's uncontrollable because if TP changes its modes halfway and you don't need that mode at that point of time, it's gonna be a problem. Anyways, what do you guys think about Crimson Garuda? Leave all your thoughts in the description or the comment down below. I don't know why I said description. It's almost 1 AM when I'm recording this video. I'm just tired. I came back from work, so don't mind me fumbling through my videos. It's always like this on my channel because I just don't have the consistent energy to correct myself. Anyways, it's a more natural feeling channel. Okay, so let's talk about the other product they actually showcased. I mean, it's not new news, but we finally get a physical look at the Asia Championship set that's coming out. It's gonna be probably like a B4 store exclusive item, even though it's stated as an Asia Championship starter set. Yes, you're getting 3 BeyBlades in it, and of course they are all 3 belonging to Kurosu X, or rather Kamen X if you guys are familiar with his anime persona name. So the thing is, Dren Sword, Dren Buster, and of course what was the other one? Dren Dagger, yes. I almost forgot what are the 3 BeyBlades for a moment. All coming in the colors of the Asia Championship logo, so black, white, gold. Very, very sexy colors. I guess a majority of the people who are planning to buy this set is just there to collect the QR code to scan for the BeyBlade app decks, and of course getting more points for the chance of getting Aero Pegasus and all the other rare Bey Get Battle BeyBlades, and of course putting the wonderful colored extra more Dren Sword, Dren Dagger, Dren Busters into their collection cabinets or display cases, you know, just to put them to look nice. Unfortunately, for those of you who are planning to buy this set for spare parts, the parts are not fantastic. The only 3 things that I probably consider useful aside from the blades are the 370, the 960, and the low flat that comes in this set. Okay, maybe if you need the string launcher to replace something, I guess 4 things. 4 things out of 10 parts. That is not worth your money if you're just buying this set for parts. So if you are buying this as a collector value, I think it's okay, but don't buy too many. It's not really worth the money, to be honest, but it's a very nice collector set. Something nice. You probably want to keep the box in pristine condition. Some people are probably going to scalp this thing trying to sell it, but to be honest, if you're a scalper, this is a very failed investment if you're planning to do so. Anyway guys, that's all we have to talk about today in this BeyCAST episode. What are your thoughts about all the information that was shared during the Japan GP live stream? If you did catch it, what are your thoughts about the battles? Was it fantastic? What are your thoughts about the combos from the competitors? And of course, what do you think about Crimson Garuda and the Asia Championship starter set? Let me know everything in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, mata ne!